Hello everyone, welcome back to episode 2 of Gregtech New Horizons 2.7 update, where we're just going to jump right into it. As you can see, I have gotten shaders to work, but in the process, I have had to remove the Angelica mod. I'm still running Java 17, but not going to be able to be as stable. Still have lowered FPS, but it shouldn't be too bad. And it might become unplayable at some point, and I'll just have to either turn down the graphical settings for the game or the graphical settings for the shader pack. But I've done some stuff in between. I've planted the berries, I've started a farm for food, started some sugarcane. I've gone around and harvested all the sand and gravel that was around the lake. That was just up, that was either A, not near the water, or B, just left it so there's not giant holes all the way around. I sort of do want to preserve this, even though we are going to fill this with pollution, because pollution is on in this one. I'm just going to play with pollution, because there are now ways to actually get rid of it. So, I've done that. I've mined out a little bit, at least one more block width in here. Made a few more chests. And we're starting with quest-wise. We're entering the Stone Age. First quest gives us a lunch bag and a food journal. If we actually claim it. Food journal just tells us how many we've eaten and until our next heart, and tells you what you've eaten with its hunger. A lunch bag, they give it to you empty, but it's where you can put food in it. So we're gonna load it up with some food. And if you open it, it will cycle through the food items that you have in it. You don't want to fill it super full because it just goes in order. It doesn't randomize it. Randomizes it every time you open, but doesn't randomize what you eat. As you can see, when we put 6 pork chops in, we already got 3 left. So, it randomizes every time you open and not every time you eat. But this is just telling us about JEI and EI. Some more knowledge on it. Even more knowledge on it. When we get to making recipe trees, I'll tell you guys how to use that more effectively. Now we need 2 stacks of gravel, which I did go out and collect. They're over here. 2 stacks of gravel, 2 stacks of sand. At this point in time, we're in claim the food items, because food is very hard to get. You need to cook up 25 stone and go and gather some clay. I don't have enough for 2 stacks, but we'll get 25 stone smelting up while we're out getting clay. Oh, that'll work. Just put that there. Let's go get some clay. Here's some. We'll just mine this out. And there's an Enderman around there somewhere. Small clay over here. I just know clay will become very useful later on. And luckily you can automate the creation of clay with mud. Clay is very useful late game, or mid game. Actually, technically it's still early game for what it's used for. There must be a cave down there. Because it can be used to get aluminum. And aluminum is very necessary for the MV age. So yeah, it will become useful later on. Another thing to get going early on is the nature of cotton. It is used a lot, so it's very good to find it early on. You can make buy with the cotton from Pam's, but not as well as the cotton from nature. But now we got enough clay to complete the quest. Let's do that. I'll just stick that in there too. That's almost done. But it's gonna want us to get a bit more flint, because it's gonna have us make a mortar and pestle. Yeah, that's basic mortar and pestle, which will make it so we can turn flint, gravel into flint 1-to-1 rather than 3-to-1. Yeah, but it's not a little different because I'm a little congested at the moment. But I want to get episodes out to you guys more frequently than I want to get episodes out to you guys more frequently than I was for Monty Factory. But to do that, it means I gotta record while I'm slightly sick. So, yeah, this will be the sound of my voice for not quite a while, but for a decent amount of time, because I always get congested in the winter. Yep, mortar and pestle. Just this. Oh, it's just a mortar in this. Okay. There we go. Go ahead and claim those quests. We're going to claim the chisel, because the chisel can be overpowered early game. Mostly because chiseled blocks mobs can't spawn on. Yeah, cannot spawn. So, if we make our floors out of chiseled blocks, no mobs spawn. Which is nice. But technically it turns them not into tile entities, it just makes it so mobs do not spawn. Which in this pack mobs are deadly. So no spawns equals no death. Now we need a clay bucket, which means clay dust. And I'm pretty sure for the clay, yeah, it's tiny pile, it's small piles. Okay, this is a good way to teach you the recipe trees that you can make. So in essence, I want to make this unfired clay bucket. You hold Control Shift A while hovering over on your keyboard and hover over the item. Over on the side here, it'll show you, okay, you need 5 clay dust to get the bucket. Well, for clay dust, helps probably if I use the other recipe. But if you want to get rid of it, you click A again on the item over here or here. So let's get this clay dust. There's no real difference other than this one is easier to find the small to large. But then you repeat on that. You can click here to click up top to change the orientation. But basically, you can then, right next to the item, you left click and then drag down to the items you want to incorporate. Then you right click and it'll do the automatic math saying, okay, you need 20 small piles, get 5 normal dust, and 5 to 1. So in essence, you get the small piles, you can repeat that with this, and do that, and I'll tell you we need 20 durability with 20 clay. Get 20 small piles, craft those into the large, / normal dust, and craft it into that. And then you just click A on all of them to remove them. Last step in this process for the clay bucket is to fire it, which is bake it in a furnace. And there we go. Clay bucket. I'm gonna go raisin cookies. And a wood pulp. This is where we get into the no infinite water sources. So this is also when I'm just going to use the last of this gravel to get flint and make the rest of this stone into mortars, as they go through them very quickly. Wood pulp, it's 2 to 1, so I need a half a stack. Wood. There we go. And I'll get us a stack of paper. I'm just going to take this crafting table with us. And we're going to come over here and work on these small little puddles, like these guys, and use those first before we start going into the lake. Because as you'll see, no infinite water. But I will repeat this until we get the 16 paper. And I'll bring you guys back once that is done. Bring you guys back as I go back to the base. I literally just doubled the recipe and got 32 paper instead of just doing the 16 that the quest called for. Because from playing this through before, 16 is enough to get you just these. Because it takes 4 paper per, and you actually need some paper to make these blank patterns to make the tools. So, even though it gives you 2, it's better to have more than not enough. So let's just craft all these to blank patterns and get one of each of these. So part. Oh, it's gonna not be the easy. I have no string. This is where the cotton comes in handy. Because cotton can be turned into string. There's that, and then I need sticks. There's the sticks. Part builder. I'm just going to put these on the side here so I can remember the recipes. Throwing quite a bit of sticks. And I need some flint. Throwing a crafting table. There's that. More planks. More sticks. Even more planks. Yep. Even more sticks. And now a chest. That. And even more sticks. Pattern chest. There we go. Now I got all the Tinker's tools. That. And then part builder, stencil. That. And then put these in here. Sleep quickly. And this quest. And this quest. Yep, we're gonna need that in a moment. But first things first, we're gonna make some tools. So I'm gonna grab all of those. We need one plank and 3 flint. Craft tools. This book, you can read it. It will tell you how to make these tools and everything. I already know how, so I'm going to skip it. There's those. We need pickaxe, shovel, axe, and binding. Yep. Now we need 3 sticks. So 1, 2, 3 sticks. In here, we're gonna set these there. On each of those. No, cookies don't get turned into tools. There we go. I'm gonna shove those in there. I might move that to here. I might flip these actually. Once we get a crafting station, we can put the crafting station here. And it'll make it so you can access all the inventories in one. So that should be all that. Now we can make the tools. So sticks. There we go. Flint pickaxe. Shovel. And hatchet. Now we can dump those there. Now we got tools. going to take the blank patterns. Those loot bags aren't the greatest. In the process, we got some more flint. There we go. So let's work on getting some charcoal. So we're going to need a flint knife, a knife, yep, flint and stick, flint knife, throw that stick in there, and then we're gonna need a blank pattern, and it should be easy as that. Oh, they added durability to them. That's a shame. Now, iron for clay, and 104 of these. So you can just hold shift, control, shift, scroll wheel on the item to increase its number count for the recipe. So now we need, and then you can hold shift and it'll tell you how many stacks, how many items you would actually need. So in this case, we need a stack 41. So let's grab that for the clay. And then 2 stacks 47. We're gonna go get some more sand. Because we do not have enough. Might as well grab these while I'm out here. Actually, I'm going to leave one planted because they do spread. Let's go over the river over here and grab it so we don't destroy our pond. I'll happily grab them along the way. But now that we've got the bed and everything, you can basically skip nights and deal with no monsters. While we're over here, we'll grab some more clay. It as well. But this will be used quite a bit later. Because we'll be needing it for steam machines and for primitive blast furnaces. So the primitive blast furnace is how we get our first steel. And steel is used quite a bit in the LV age. And since we're over here, away from the base, I don't care if we make an eyesore. Or whatever is simple. That should be enough. Let's grab some more clay. Yep, we gotta go back. I broke the shovel. Oh well. There is one thing in this I do not have enabled, and that's the /home function. You can enable it. I'm not going to. Let's go in the hole. A, it's a little cheating, and B, it's not enabled by default. You see, even though the claim chunks portion is not default, it works really well. So you know that it's more of easy chunk loading early game. Because chunk loaders you don't get until like late LV, early MV. Put those in there. Put that in there. Let's craft our 105 bricks. So that's a stack at 41. If you're wondering how I crafted almost a stack right off the bat, that's because I right-clicked on the items rather than left-clicked. When you right-click on crafting, it pulls out a stack. If you shift right-click, it crafts everything. Shift left-click crafts everything. But just left-click crafts one. The good thing about these tools, even though I did break it, I can repair it. I'm going to craft another furnace. And then I misplace it entirely. There we go. Let's get as much wood in these as possible. Set these off to smelt. Because we need to smelt them, and then we get coke oven brick. Coke oven allows us to get charcoal and creosote. But charcoal especially, because it is the only way early game, unless you find coal early game, to get torches. And it might be a little deceptive at night with the shaders for how dark it actually gets. I'll turn them off and show you guys how dark it actually gets without shaders. It is pitch black. So shaders can be a little cheaty at night. Like right now, it would be technically pitch black if I didn't have the shaders on. Or with this, I can still slightly see because of the moon. And it is pretty. Borealis. And a shooting star. Multiple shooting stars. Yeah, let's turn shaders off for a moment. Now I gotta wait. Probably shouldn't have done this, but oh well. There's with shaders off. It is pitch black out here. We're gonna go back inside before I die. But I'm gonna turn them back on. I've been using the Lux 1.1 patch 2 shaders. Because to me they don't look overly dramatized. And to me they look the nicest out of the ones that I have installed. They also allow me to have the most FPS while recording. So, win for me. Yeah, once we get the blast furnace, the coke oven going, we'll need lots and lots of wood. Let's see if we can kill this spider before it kills us. With a tough spider. This probably wasn't the best idea to do. But we did it. We even got a flint out of it. And it looks like we got health boost for the random potion effect you get after sleeping. Sleeping is very good in this pack, especially when you get late game or get later into the game and have super tanks. They are tanks that can hold 44 million millibuckets in them for the first level of super tanks, and they give you debuffs when you pick them up. So sleeping gets rid of debuffs and also gives you random debuffs. I don't think it it heals you. I know that because healing is a lot slower in this pack. But I don't think it gives you hunger. I think hunger can only be done back by food or the healing axe. So, yeah, that's one thing to watch out for. That's why with these early quests, I didn't choose the loot bag. A, because the loot bag's bad. There's not really good rewards to them. Really. And B, food is more important. I don't want to die. I like to play these, and have the least amount of deaths possible. So far, we at 1 death. And I would like to keep it that way. So I'm hoping I could keep it at no deaths. But that wasn't possible because of that stupid death creeper that you guys seen in episode 1. Well, you didn't see the creeper, you just seen the aftermath of me dead. But a few things I would like to talk about while we're waiting for the stuff to finish smelting is I do sort of have a goal for each stage of the game. Like, my end goal is to get to HV. Granted, that's going to still take some time. But I do have a sub-goal that can be met a little easier. And can be done in almost every age. And that is going to be, like, this new version of the pack has added some more multi-blocks to the Steam Age and Steam Age machines. It had the Macerator and Steam Furnace and a Steam multi-block compressor called a Squasher. But it has now added a multi-block mixer, extractor, I think, and a few other new Steam machine multi-blocks. It also has added a new pump, multi-block pump. Let's see. There we go, water pump. Takes bronze, some hatches. Requires steam, of course. But pumps water based on the humidity. Has 2 tiers, bronze and steel. Steel extracts 2 times the water. Humidity, it generates the water based off the humidity. The tier level at 1.5 buckets per second. Because a liter is the same as a millibucket. So in this case, it's 1.5 buckets. So yeah, there's a lot of things that are a lot nice that are like this that have been added in this recent version that I would like to do. Because previously, I don't know if it's still a thing. It seems to be. To get infinite water, your very first thing would be this. A water tank from Railcraft. That's somewhat boring. It does the same thing basically, but for free and based off the humidity. So the top here in the corner, I can't have it with, but it says over the top of that corner, humidity level 80%. That's sort of why I chose here, other than it looks pretty, is because this whole area is 80%. If I look at my map, if I went over here to the rainforest, it's 100% over here humidity wise. In the snowy area, it's 70 or I think 30 or 70, can't remember, but it's 50 over here in the plains. The savanna is even worse. But the maple forest is one of those ones where it's high humidity levels, but it's relatively flat ground with lots of trees. So, it's a good place to start out at. And in the process, we have had almost all the clay, all the brick smelt. I'm going to hold on to all of them so I can complete the quest, even though it's an optional task, but still better to hold them all at once so you're not piecing the thing together. Yeah, these coke ovens will come in handy quite a bit later on, because later on you can automate wood production. You get infinite wood, so you can then make infinite charcoal, infinite creosote. Well, creosote can be burned, and the charcoal can be burned as well to make steam early game. And later on I'll be expanding this farm out as well, probably in between episodes. But yeah, just throw all these in here. And this should be done. It's 104. Craft them all into the brick. Print out one left, that's fine, because you can only make 105. 104 is not even crafting or even amount. We're just gonna stick this over here. We'll just stick it down right here. One thing to note though, if you misplace these, you gotta wait until you get iron to fix it. So be very careful placing the blocks. But now that it's formed, we can take some of the wood here. We can take the spruce, don't care what it is. There's a cave below me. But you can stick it in the coke oven, and over some time, for our case, 1800 seconds, 1800 per seconds ticks, it'll produce us one piece of coal, or charcoal in this case. Stick those in there, might as well. So it'll produce one piece of charcoal and like 500 millibuckets of creosote. So and we need 4 charcoal. That leads us into the Iron Age, basically. But this is just telling you about creosote. You can pause it and read it yourselves if you want. And this is just saying, hey, go find these saplings and you'll get more wood from it. And then I'll give you a tree that's even bigger. Both these trees, or this tree is massive. This is the next largest, and this is the smallest of these three. Careful, these three. This one plants roots underground, so if you plant it near your base, be careful. It will break your base. Yeah. Warning label, do not put your plants in the microwave to dry them out. Oh, sheesh. And do not plant any of these rewards in the middle of your base. Yeah. This one's huge and will cause mobs to spawn underneath it. This one's huge, same thing, and will destroy blocks underneath it. This one, same thing, but it's not as big. And it's nighttime. Back inside. And we can stick that in there. Let's sleep. Then hopefully we get our first piece of charcoal. I need to check how long we've been going. Decent amount. Yeah, we got our first piece of charcoal. Okay, it gives us a quarter of a bucket. 250. And these berries could be very good early on because you make juice out of them and all that too, which counts as a different food source. But we got our first piece of charcoal, which is very good. Because now we can make more torches. Means we can expand our base inside and light up the area out here for at night. But I haven't decided yet if I want to make a base in the mountain or out of the mountain yet. I think I'm going to go for both. But for the time being, it's going to be in the mountain. Mostly because then I can get resources from it. And as you already see, we got or spruce. We just don't have any jungles. There's 2 charcoal. And I think I'm going to end the episode here then. Even though we're so close to getting the 4 charcoal to get to the Copper Sky Iron Curtain quest. But we can claim these now. Not claiming this one because I don't have any way to store the XP. That's 10 levels. That requires 8 sticks. And that'll give us 5 carrots. So it's not that bad of a thing. Just stick those in there and let's just grab some wood. And make 8 sticks. Turn in for 5 carrots. And then I'm gonna go plant one of those carrots. Or 2 of them. Just one. And I'm gonna eat one. And then we should have another charcoal done. I'm gonna wait for this 4th charcoal. And we don't have potatoes yet. But once we get 10 carrots, we can get some potatoes and grow those next. Yeah, we're still in the... We're literally waiting on 1 more charcoal. And it's going to consume it all. But it will give us an iron bucket. We're going to choose the iron bucket. I don't care about the food at the moment. I'm getting that bucket. That way we can move lava around without destroying our stupid buckets. There we go, 4 charcoal. Iron bucket. Because these are expensive. Takes iron plates. Well, iron plates. Takes 2 of them. 2 ingots to get a plate. early game. Yeah. We can't make this forge hammer. We gotta go the Gregtech hammers. So no, since this is 6 iron ingots here. But iron curtain. Just saying that you can stop and read these, but there's an easy way to do this. Just gonna claim all these. I'm gonna leave that there because it's another XP quest. But now we can go mine a whole bunch of cobble and level up our pickaxe. And then choose an iron axe head or a shovel head. I'm probably gonna do the axe head because the axe is basically gonna be our main weapon once the sword breaks. And then we can get into mining resources. But the quick thing before I end the episode is, because I'm going to be going between episodes and going to find some ore veins, is you hit F9 on your keyboard, you bring up the chunk overlay, you hit it 3 times and get Gregtech ore veins. This is the 3x3 that it was mentioning in the quest book. If you look for the blue center, mine down straight down from there, you'll find an ore vein. So you see in the top left hand corner where it says ore in this chunk, and then you end the center. So this is the center of the chunk. You go down here, you'll find an ore vein almost every single time. So I'm not gonna do that now. I'll show you guys next episode on that. I'm gonna level up this pick by going through and mining 256 cobblestone. Probably be in there expanding the base out. But yeah, we got infinite charcoal now, as long as I chop down trees. Push you off, sheep. But now we got infinite torches. We can grow the wood for the charcoal. Oh, we can expand our base out. We can light up the area now. I'm getting rid of that overlay. It's a little annoying. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end the episode there. So, we got our first heart. That's good. So, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I know the progression is gonna be a little slow, but that's going to be part of it for Gregtech New Horizons. So, like I said, hope you guys enjoy. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I've decided just to do that at every episode, even though originally I wasn't going to. I'm going to now. So, leave a comment down below if you're enjoying this and would like to see more of it. And until next time, bye-bye.